Hey YouTubies, how's it going? Alright, tonight I am melting. It's hot as blazes, I swear. The humidity is killing me. Hi Diana. Got one of your kitty hairs, I think. Ugh. Come here. Whoa. There's Diana. A pretty girl. Look up here. Look up. Okay, don't. Oh, Bruce just hopped away. Anywho, how you all doing? My music ear, I don't even know how you want to call it. Tinnitus. Musical tinnitus, I guess it's called. Actually doing somewhat better-ish. Diana? Gosh, dang it. I swear. So what I have. I got some information that I've learned about it. If I can find it. There it is. Okay. Musical tinnitus is also known as musical ear syndrome or musical hallucinations, also sometimes known as auditory hallucinations, but it is usually of the non-psychiatric kind. Thank God. I still have yet to confirm all this with both my therapist and my actual family physician of what stuff I found on Pinterest. But this is what I've found so far. But like I said, I'm going to confirm on things, because I'm not going to take things at just face value, you know. Go back it up with people that actually know their stuff more than I do. So, but it's the perception of music playing when no external music is playing. Hence the orchestra music playing, not orchestra, opera music playing in my ear. It was just, oh wow, I don't hear it right now. Nice. For a change. Hang on, I'll explain what I did, and I probably still need to do some more of it and continue it. Would you two behave? But gosh, I lost my train of thought. Gosh darn it, you two. What was I saying? Totally lost my train of thought. Thanks, guys. Hot as blazes, and here you gotta frustrate me and make me even hotter. Now I'm just drawing a blank. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna actually talk to them and have things backed up, because I want to make sure of things. Let's see, let me read what the rest of it says, and then I'll get to what I'm actually doing and going to do. Usually associated with hearing loss, which makes sense. I'm actually losing my hearing in this ear. I've been losing my hearing slowly in this ear ever since I was 10 years old. I got an ear infection, had to go to the doctor. That was not child friendly. Oh my God, he was not child friendly. I already had an ear infection and it was in pain. And I know to an extent he probably couldn't help but add to the pain, because he had to get the implement down in there to be able to do what he needed to do medically. But he rammed some kind of, I think it was metal rod or something, down inside my ear. And oh my God, it was so painful. From then on, for the rest of my life until just like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I have been terrified of going to the doctor. I would not go to the doctor unless it was a life and death situation. I mean, for reals. The only time I had actually gone, there was times I had actually gone to the doctor from that point on for like 10, 15 years at a time. Once I went to the doctor because I had a miscarriage. And then the other time, let's see, what was it? I had to go to the doctor because I had a, so I had a cyst in the ovaries. And then the last time that I went to the doctor before I realized that they're not as scary as I had originally thought, was 11 years ago when I had to have emergency gallbladder surgery. I waited for years. Bruce, get down. Bruce. Hang on, I gotta get after my children. No, you're not bothering anything. I'll leave you up there. If you knock anything off, Dad will be hollering at you, but it won't be on me. Actually, I'll probably pick things up if he knocks stuff off. But I had issues with my gallbladder, and because I was deathly afraid of going to the doctor, I didn't go for years. I dealt with the pain of gallbladder pain for years, and at times I would actually lay on the floor in the bathroom, bawling my eyes out, literally wishing for death. I mean, I'm not even joking. I prayed to God to just take me right then, just let it be done and over with. It's like, just end it now. Of course, I wasn't going to end things myself, but so much pain. Oh my God. I medicate myself up on tons of Tylenol and ibuprofen to try to, take care of the pain, and it would eventually if I took enough. I should have went to the doctor. I'll admit it. Doctor, hospital, whatever. But I was deathly afraid of going to the doctor because of the childhood trauma. So eventually I had to have emergency gallbladder surgery. They kept me overnight, or they kept me for 3 days is what it was. When they did surgery, I guess my gallbladder was black because it was so bad. So I think usually most people stay like overnight. They kept me three nights. So how did we get off on all of that? Oh, I guess because the ear part, yeah. So anywho, usually associated with hearing loss. That's how all that started. Man, I get sidetracked. Predominantly in females and usually over 60 years of age, but not necessarily. I'm 53 right now. So yeah, it is not necessarily has to be over 60. Hearing loss may be the initiating factor. The primary dysfunction in the primary dysfunction is in the auditory association cortex. And it says, as a definition, the auditory association cortex, Brodmann areas 22 and 42, which concern with the memory and classification of sounds, is inferior and posterior to the primary auditory cortex, along the superior banks of the middle temporal gyrus. If you understood that, hey, awesome, because I didn't. Oh God. Trying to show you a picture of the brain. So yeah, the hearing part that I'm referring to is like through there in the brain. So basically, I think it's like through there-ish. So, give or take. So, what I'm going to do later is I'm going to give my ear a little ear spa. Clean it out really good. I cleaned it out, but it probably needs to be a little bit better, like deeper down in, maybe. And then also, I've ordered and I already got it, but I haven't tried it out yet, a hearing aid for my ear. We'll see how that goes. And also, earlier I was listening to some on YouTube. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it's like, basically music that is supposed to help with the tinnitus parts of things. So, since I did that earlier, I don't know if it'll stay this way. I'm hoping. Knock on cardboard. But ever since I listened to just a few minutes of it earlier, I don't hear the opera. I just hear the ringing of the tinnitus, or how you say that word. But I don't hear the opera, which is awesome. Because, oh my God, that guy, or actually the guys, it started out with one guy, and then before I knew it was like 2 or 3 guys singing in different tones of opera music. Most bizarre thing. This is the most bizarre thing I've ever encountered. I swear to God. I actually thought I was going a little cuckoo when all this began. But at least since I've learned all this, I don't feel quite as cuckoo. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But, I still hear the tinnitus or the ringing ever since I did the sound thing. But supposedly it's supposed to help with the ringing. We shall see on that part. But at least it helped so far with the opera. Because those 3 guys, 2 or 3 guys, I swear, I am not even joking, I wanted to grab some duct tape and sneak up on them and quickly wrap them all 2 or 3 up in duct tape, and then pull my dirty socks off and stuff them in their mouths just to get them to shut up. Because that's how much it was driving me crazy. I even tried making myself be able to hear other... I mean, every once in a while I hear music up in my head. You know how when you get a song stuck in your head? But I think that's like more up. It's not just in my ear. Let's put it that way. It's more up in my upper brain. If that makes sense. I really don't know. I'm actually learning a lot about the brain and the entire body since I've started doing this series, which is kind of cool. But darn cat made me lose my train of thought again. I think I might have to start closing the door, but if I close the door, they'll be scratching to get in like little children. I went to the bathroom earlier, and immediately, as soon as I got out of the bathroom, scratch, 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 and I see a little pink nose up underneath the door. Bruce wasn't in, and Diana was up the top on the chair, trying to scratch the door. But what was I saying again? Yeah, the ringing is still annoying, but I can handle that. I'm used to that. That's no big deal. It was the opera that is like, I even tried to change the music, you know, like forcefully focus on hearing a different singer, different band, whatever, you know. But no, it was like in my brain I could hear the music that I was trying to make myself hear, as well as the opera together. Oh my God, that was so annoying. And when trying to get to sleep, oh my God. Not pleasant. So I'm glad I am actually, because of doing research, a lot of research actually, I'm actually learning of, at least I hope, a little ways of treating this. It may not be a complete cure, but at least treat. This ear rings some. Actually, hang on. Yeah, this one rings some, but barely. It's this one that I'm actually losing more hearing in, that it rings louder. So I can live with that. Did you get down from things? This nosy butt? Yes, it's a stuffed Dalmatian. Dad has a thing for Dalmatians, Dalmatian dogs, so he has a stuffed toy Dalmatian on the top of the bed. So, but anywho, yes, I'm sure some of you have seen my crappy looking butterfly. It's supposed to be a butterfly. I put this on last night. I think I should have used permanent marker instead of waterproof markers. And maybe I should have just used a temporary tattoo, or even went online and like traced an actual butterfly and like stamped it on my wrist to where it looked like a temporary tattoo, where it looked better, prettier. Because right now that does not look very pretty. But the point of it was the stuff I'm learning about my abuse and trauma and everything in life. You know, some people say that everything happens for a reason. I don't really totally believe that. But I do think that everything has a cause and an effect. And like what some people call the butterfly effect. If you change, like if you went back in time and you changed one little tiny thing, it could change a whole chain of events. Well, just like in our actual everyday lives. Depending on what you do or don't do, it has a cause and effect. Like if you don't go to bed on time at night and you stay up all night, the effect is you're going to be dog tired the next morning, right? So yeah. Well, I found online where about my body picking, and this is what I did it for. It was because my body picking. I'm trying to make myself stop. And actually, since I've started this, it actually has helped. Well, because of restarting this mental health vlog series, my body picking has become a lot worse because my anxiety has just kind of gone out of haywire, you know, just gone out of way, blown out of proportion. But and I've been scratching and picking a lot more. I just lost my train of thought again. I do that a lot, and that's, again, that has something to do with my chronic fatigue, my eating disorder, my CPTSD, all those things that affect your brain. I've actually lost some of my memory over time. It's not as bad as it was. My memory was a lot worse the last couple years ago. But anyway, butterfly. Yeah, butterfly. I looked online last night and I seen where you put it was for what's it called? Self-harm. in reference to people cutting. In my opinion, my body picking is a form of self-harm because I'm making sores and I'm reopening sores and all this kind of stuff. So, it was in reference to the cutting and put with markers, put a butterfly on your wrist and let it fade naturally, you know, like over time. If you cut, you're essentially killing your butterfly, you know, the cause and effect, so to speak. So I did this with my body picking, and last night and today it's actually helped. I did pick a little bit, so I tried to kill my, I guess essentially I tried to kill my butterfly a little bit, but I did a lot better because it made me more focused, which I just wish I had put a better looking butterfly on there. So, but it is what it is. It'll wash off, and I'll try to go a different route about it and do it again and keep myself aware of what I'm doing to my body. So yeah. We're in this year soon. I am doing a whole bunch of making lists and lists. I'm a list maker. I don't know if it's because I'm a Gemini or what. I have no idea. But I'm a list maker. I make lists everywhere, and then I have list upon list. I have a list of lists. Believe it or not. But on my phone, I have a list, a different list of things I want to tell about here soon, probably the next video, because this one I wanted to update y'all on my auditory hallucination problem. It's just so bizarre. I just can't get over that. The brain is kind of cool if you really think about it. It can do that. It can. Oh, I forgot to tell you what it was. Is I guess basically when you have tinnitus and you're losing your hearing, your brain kind of, for some people, it doesn't happen with everybody, but plays music. It's not all necessarily opera music. For some people, it's, you know, other forms of music. But it basically, the brain just kind of basically fills in the blanks of what you, I guess, would be hearing. So, Diana, quit. Squeaky. Uh-huh. What are you doing? What? Crazy cat. Anywho, trying to make me lose my train of thought again. It didn't work this time. But I've been making lists of... What? She's not usually this squeaky. Usually these guys are like perfectly silent. They don't... 99% of the time they don't meow, or I should say squeak, at all. What are you doing? She's laying on her side and pulling herself around the bed. It's squeaking while at it. Okay, this time I did lose my train of thought. Thank you! Lists. Jeez. I've been making a list of things I want to talk to you guys about here soon, about what I've gone through, about what I've learning about what I've gone through, how to deal with things, you know, all this kind of stuff, and how it affects your body, how it affects your brain, how it affects your hormones, all this kind of stuff that I never knew before. A lot of the stuff that I've dealt with my entire life, I thought it was normal. All the stuff I thought was normal. I never knew that there was names, actual names, and scientific names for this and that. Well, one example is hair pulling. I tend to do hair pulling once in a while. Not as bad as I used to. I used to have like almost a thinning spot up here. But also I do the, there's a scientific name, I can't think what it is. Tick or trick something. Hang on. Trichotillomania is hair pulling. Some people do it with their hair. Some people do it with their eyelashes. Some people do it with their eyebrows. Other parts, all of the above. What? Well, get him. What? Beat him up. You're just as big as he is. Jeez. You gained some weight here recently. Sit on him. But, yeah, trichotillomania is hair pulling. I personally do occasionally, particularly when I'm in nervous situations, like if I meet somebody new or I'm like uncomfortable or something, I'll pull my hair. Or even twirling. I don't know if that's the same thing, but I pull while I'm twirling. But also, occasionally I pick at eyelashes. Usually it's because I have an eyelash that's trying to go down my eye. That's the reason I usually do that part, though. But usually, for me, it's just the actual pulling my hair. So, of course, body picking. I forgotten the name until recently when Triple G's mentioned the actual name. Her husband actually he deals with this also. Thank you for letting me know the name of this. I actually looked up so I at least know the spelling of it. But it's dermatillomania. Dermatillomania. I never knew that had a name either. I've done that ever since I was in grade school. I used to always, body pick up here, and just, constant doing it. And just lately it's been like, up there I didn't draw blood at least, but my body lately I've been drawing blood. It looked like I got chicken pox. It's like, ugh. And of course the musical tinnitus. I'll be covering phobias. Things I went through from as a baby to my teenage years. And then stuff I went through as far as from a 19-year-old to 30-year-old. And then stuff I've gone through from 30 till now. Some of that stuff has to do with, which I'll be telling all the stuff that I've gone through in these various ages, but also later on I will be breaking down all these, some of these things into individual topics to cover them more thoroughly. That makes sense? So, like narcissistic behaviors. My dad is definitely a narcissist. Dealing with him my entire life has been very difficult, extremely. But narcissistic abuse would be one thing I'm going to be covering. Childhood emotional neglect, childhood abuse, childhood sexual abuse, religious and spiritual abuse, trauma. What are you meowing so much about? Gosh. My chronic fatigue and CPTSD, which if some of you don't know what that means, that is complex PTSD. As far as narcissistic stuff, I'll be dealing with trauma bonding. I'll be talking about, well, actually on Dad, I'll be talking not only about narcissism in general, but the fact that he's a Christian narcissist. I'll be talking about an ex-friend that tried to get me to move to California to be with him. He was a covert narcissist. My anxiety and depression. Be telling about coping skills that I use. This, that, and the other. I have a bunch of topics I want to talk about, and I'm actually how is it? Since I've restarted this series, it's flared up a whole bunch of bad memories for me. Things that I had totally forgotten. I had no memory of them at all until just recently. So that in one way is bad, but at the same time it's good because I'm remembering stuff and it's coming forward and I'm dealing with it. I'm actually excited about doing this series. And I'm actually enjoying looking stuff up, information. What? What is the deal with you? Hang on. What's wrong, girl? Brother just being a bully? Huh? I don't know where she went to. So anyhow, but yeah, I'm actually excited and having fun looking all this stuff up, learning about the different parts of the brain and stuff. And cat, you're gonna drive me nuts. Okay, go figure, my other phone would crap out on me. Dang it. So I gotta hurry on this one. But yeah, the point is, I've actually been, so I'm gonna adjust this a little better. Yeah. Oh. We're gonna leave it there, right there. Not gonna breathe, not gonna move. But yeah, the point is, I've actually been excited to work on all this stuff, which is nice because with chronic fatigue the last couple years, there's not too much I've been actually excited about doing because I can't really do anything because I'm always so tired. And even doing these videos, it's a struggle to even do any of these videos, by the way. Any of the videos, mukbangs or not mukbangs, because I gotta have the energy to get up, get dressed, fix my hair, fix my makeup, which I don't wear much makeup, but still, the point that I gotta, do all these little things, which that's just it. It doesn't take much. It's the little things that I gotta do. Wears me out. Then going in, trying to get the tripod set up, which is not really much, but for me, all this is a lot. So doing this series has actually been good for me because I'm actually wanting to do videos even more. I mean, I've been, for a while, I've been feeling a smidgen better. So I've been wanting to do videos more than what I was. It's very hard with chronic fatigue. Oh my God. Which, like I said, I'll be going over. But one of the topics, one of the many topics will be about my chronic fatigue and what I have to deal with. But, yeah. It's nice having something I'm actually excited about for change. And learning about all this stuff, and it sucks that everything's coming forward, all the bad memories, but at the same time, you know, it's a healing process. So, I'm ready. I'm excited. And if any of you guys are going through tough times, you know, whether it be health issues, if you're having bad thoughts, you know, of harming yourself, just, if you need to, you know, give me a shout out and, you know, send me a DM on Instagram or something like that and talk to me. Granted, it's hit and miss when I'm on, but I try to at least check my messages and stuff lately now that I'm learning how to work Instagram. I missed some messages that I found out recently that I didn't know about because I didn't know how to work the messaging thing for a while. But yeah, if you need somebody to talk to, you know, talk to me, talk to someone, you know, a family member or a friend, something. Talk to a pet. You know, you're not alone in this. That's, for the longest time, I used to think I was alone in all this as well. So that's, I think, the main reason I wanted to start this. I want to let people know that you're not alone in all this. You know, in your whatever troubles. We all have troubles. It sucks that we have troubles, yes. But troubles is part of growth. We don't learn if we don't have troubles, unfortunately. It seems like. So. But anyway, I think I'm going to go scoot. I'm like really worn out now. Doing these videos in general is just very draining. But as soon as I go in the bed or I lay down and I get my laptop out and my everything and I start doing research on the next video I want to do about whatever I want to talk to you guys about. Well, like tonight it was about the musical tinnitus mostly, and the butterfly, which, like I said, I need a better looking butterfly. That came out looking so crappy. I cannot draw, for one thing. I am not artistic. Although I have recently got a sketch pad and some markers. I'm wanting to start doing some doodle art. I used to do doodle art when I was in art class in junior high. Probably the only thing I actually did that I enjoyed in art class, and actually was, well, at least back then, I felt like I was good at. I hated school so bad that I flunked art even. I flunked art, I flunked gym, I flunked everything because I hated school so bad. But that is the one thing I do remember is I remember I enjoyed doing doodle art. So that's the reason I got a sketch pad recently. I got a black marker and then I got some colored ones. So I can start doing some doodling. Granted, they may look crappy at the beginning, or maybe hopefully in time they start looking better. So, anywho, I'm going to run out of time on this phone too if I'm not careful. So I'm going to cut it off here, and I'll catch you guys again later. Just like on the mukbangs, if you guys have questions you want to ask Anthony, I'm going to be doing a question and answer video at the end of August. So send me your questions down in the comments down below, or you can DM me on Instagram. And yeah, be doing another video here soon. So I'm hoping occasionally I get Anthony in on the these mental health awareness vlog videos. It's harder for him because he prefers to sit back and relax in his easy chair in the bedroom because of his kidney pain. Other than when we do mukbangs, either in the kitchen or in the van. He doesn't sit in the kitchen or anywhere else for very long other than his easy chair because of kidney pain. So, okay, I'm done rambling. I promise. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.